you know, being an adult isn't fun. And I forget that every now and then. And then I amaze myself by how adulting I'm being. I recognize it's weird as shit. Hey, welcome back to another another episode of Letters from the Field. I'm tired, but you knew that because I gave up on the English language. Alright, so I'm actually recording this Saturday night at 11:29 at night. Mainly because in 30 minutes, it's gonna be Mother's Day. And I work 9 to 5, well 9 to 6 on Mother's Day. And that makes it hard to record and upload things. And I have a couple of videos I need to upload tomorrow, because tomorrow a Tales of the Hunt video has to come out as well as this. So that's fun. I guess I should talk about this week and why adulting is a difficult thing to do. And when I say adulting is a difficult thing to do, I mean like just acting like a normal human being and going to doctor's appointments and doing things that aren't just like for checkups and for school is hard. Not because like it's an actual difficult thing to do, just because I had to go to the eye doctor to get my eyes checked out, see if I'm losing my sight, and I'm not. But there was a genuine scare from my mother, speaking of Mother's Day, because I squinted when looking at a photo, and without even questioning, she's like, you have to go to the doctors and get your eyes checked. I'm like, okay, but I don't want to. Can I go to the dermatologist and get this like mole thing on the back of my neck checked out? Because it might be cancer and it might keep showing up. And I don't know what it is or why it is. Can we deal with that? And she's like, I'll give you a deal. You go to the eye doctor and I'll pay for your dermatologist visits. Which at the time, I thought that was a really good deal. And then I remembered we have health insurance. She's only paying like $10. I could pay that. Why aren't I paying that? But I already went to the eye doctor, so she's paying it. And this is how we get things done here. With bribes. Also, I feel like I shot him. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not dead. I'm just saying that he's also dead. So that was fun. I got told I had 20/20 vision. I got to hang out with a friend of mine. Cincinnati Kid, specifically. And Cincinnati Kid and I, when we hang out until like 6 o'clock in the morning. Even if we don't want to. And because of that, we can get into a lot of weird conversations. And he was in town this weekend. Not, last weekend. This week, I hung out with him Sunday night and Tuesday night. That's when we hung out. And we hung out till 6 a.m. both nights. Because we hate healthy sleeping schedules. So on top of like the whole I need to act like an adult, I'm over here spending multiple hours. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Multiple hours just like a 13-year-old. I wanted to go somewhere else besides teenager, because I feel like that comes across way more snotty and demeaning than I meant it. But I just think a teenager staying up till 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's great. But that's pretty much been my week. And then I went to class. I went to my first summer class of the summer. Repetition is fun. And I don't know if you ever had 3 hours of just pure chemistry kind of like thrown at you. Let me tell you, it's not fun. It's not a good time. You might think it's a good time. It is not, especially now when you come off of work and you're falling asleep. Falling asleep during a 3-hour chemistry class is not only expected, it's incredibly rude. Like, it is stupidly rude. And what makes it worse that I just had a class with the exact same teacher, so I know the kind of style he has. I know I'm going to have to spend a lot of time in coffee bars and coffee shops just so I can study, because chemistry is a very boring subject, truly. And we only have a month to take the entire class. You don't have time to kind of screw around. Also, I didn't mean to pull off that, but that was beautiful. So there's that. And it's weird. It's weird seeing the end of the school year for my students, especially when they're not fully my students. They're kind of like half my students. And by students, I mean they're just whatever. I'm not going into that. But like, just to see that they're kind of ending their school year and I'm starting another one. It's odd. It's weird that they're all excited. They'll be like, oh my god, it's summer break. And I'm like, I'm working more and I'm doing school more. This means nothing to me. You know, that kind of thing. Also, I don't know what I was expected to happen in that moment, but it wasn't anything good. At least I got one. So there was that. But I do want to talk about a conversation that me and CincinnatiKid had during one of the nights, and that's because first off, I feel like it's really good to just talk about in this kind of video. But also, like, it's something I've been thinking about a lot since we've had the conversation. And so we had this conversation about, if our lives were TV shows, where would, the where would the last season finale be? And that type of thing. Like, where is the next thing? And a couple weeks ago, we talked about the meeting that I was really worried about and I was really anxious about. And I was like, that was probably a season finale. Not what happened in the meeting, because as we know now, nothing happened in the meeting. But just me going into the meeting and me kind of like stepping into that ring, essentially, would be a season finale. And the way that TV shows works, most TV show works anyway, is that the next season, after the first season, doesn't really start until like 2 episodes after the season finale. Like, the first episode back is always like finishing what the season finale started, type thing. And then the next episode after that is always this, how do we deal with the aftermath of what that season did, and like what that season means, type thing. And then the episode after that, essentially the third episode of the new season, is when this new season starts doing its own stuff. And that's where that season kind of introduces its new problems, it's the direction it's kind of go, and those type of things. And I say that because I've hit the third episode in this new season. Well, like, I can see storylines that are starting up, and I can see those type of things that would happen in this season. And this is gonna be an emotional season. Without going into too many details, because I don't want to start something because I think something's gonna start, if that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna wait for it actually to be a thing before I call it a thing. But basically, between the person I'm crushing on right now going, saying that she has a crush that's, in my mind anyway, decidedly not me, and then some other stuff that's very betrayal heavy and very awkward to kind of talk about, because I don't know if it's a thing or if I'm why is this a thing? Skip. I don't do that kind of shit. It's definitely the type of thing where it's like this. If this goes where I see it going from here, it's gonna be an emotional train wreck. If it goes anywhere else, thank God. But right now that's kind of just where I'm at with it, and it's weird. To kind of think about. It's weird to be put in this place and not know. For lack of a better term, and lack for better, it's weird. So there's that, and that's kind of where I am with this season, is that, you know, school started back up, so we have like a setting, we have the beginnings of what could be really problematic for the season, and it's interesting. So besides staying up till 5 and 6 a.m. 2 nights this week, and going to doctor's appointments, which I scheduled a doctor's appointment for the dermatologist. Like I mentioned, I have a mole in the back of my neck that wasn't there when I was born, and I'm slightly concerned it might be cancerous, even though I'm probably sure that it's not. I'm just slightly concerned that it might be, because, you know, there's always that fear in the back of your mind, right? It's like, oh, I've neglected this long enough, and maybe it might be an issue because it keeps coming back. That type of feel. Or if like, hey, I know it's probably not, but what if it was? And that irrational type of feel. Because I didn't know where I was going. There was a mix-up on my end of understanding when the appointment actually was. And just a bunch of other really fun stuff that's stupid. And I had to reschedule my appointments for a later date, which is not a comforting thought. I don't know why I'm trying to like dance around it. It's not a comforting thought when in the back of my mind there's the thought of, oh, this might be cancerous. This might be cancerous. It probably isn't cancerous. But if it is, I want it to be looked at immediately. That's currently not a service I'm getting. That is not a service I am currently being provided with. So, you know. So we'll just see. The next season has started up of my life, which is interesting. But that's something I would love to hear from you guys. What are the seasons in your life? What are the seasons that you would, if you want to get into detail, go in as much as you want. But what are the seasons in your life? What is the latest season that has started? What was your season premiere of your current season? I want to know. I want to know where you guys are. I don't often do a call of response type thing in these videos because they're all about me and me and me. But I'm curious. Curious to know what your thoughts are. But that's really about it. This week was kind of just about staying up stupidly late, connecting with friends that up and away, and holy crap, we're getting destroyed. And just, you know, kind of feeling it out, which, you know, happens. Treyarch did that thing, and everyone lost their minds. I feel like I should probably talk about that, but at the same time, I don't care. I don't really care anymore, which is weird because I'm still playing Call of Duty games. I'm saying that I don't care about Call of Duty games. Oh, I was hoping against the hope. I don't know. I'm done rambling. I'm I'm done rambling about things that I own about my week, and therefore not the point of this video. I'm done rambling. So thank you guys for listening, for watching. I definitely want to know about your current or past season. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. How was your week? Mine, I don't know. Like, I've just told you everything memorable about my week, and I still don't know how I feel about it. So yeah, you're alive, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.